Hey everybody, what's going on? This is fourmatic here. I'm getting on today and posting this video because I want to let you guys know of this project that I've been working on. I came up with it a little while back, and I decided that it was going to be something that I was going to give it a shot and try. I got myself a new microphone. I got myself a new camera. It's HD. Sweet. It's not that sweet. It was fairly inexpensive, but I think it looks pretty good. The idea that I had was that I was going to kind of podcast or videocast or whatever vernacular you want to use, and kind of make a web series about what my kind of perspective from Counter-Strike and what's going on, cover news topics, cover interesting things, plays of the week, just anything that I find interesting, and I think you guys would too. I'm going to work on this. It's going to build throughout, the time that I'm doing it. It's not something that is set in stone. I don't have a boss, so I can literally do whatever I want, in any format that I want. And what I want to do is just put out content that is kind of based on the observer of the game. Us as non-pros and people that aren't, professional or casters or whatever. We have a perspective, but we don't always have a voice on what's going on in the the CS scene. So I kind of wanted to give us a voice, use you guys as topic starters. You could say, fourmatic, what about the iBuy power bands? I'd like you to talk about that, and I'll use your examples and the things you want to hear about, and we'll have an open discussion. Of course, it won't be that open because it'll just be me. It'll just be me and a microphone, but it could be kind of cool. I wanted to get some videos going, but I didn't want to be tied down to the fact that I had to be streaming. This will give me the opportunity to put content out for you guys, but I won't be forced into sitting on my computer for 6 hours or 8 hours, streaming and making content that way. So, with any luck, I can't believe I didn't get that shot off. I thought I could have. With any luck, what I talk about will be interesting. What you guys come up as topics to talk about will be interesting. Try to get some of you guys on here to talk about, certain things. I'm not even really sure exactly what the format's gonna be, but it's gonna revolve around from the perspective of the viewer, the fan perspective. Because I'm a huge fan of Counter-Strike. I love the game. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch, and I think 2016 is going to be a giant year, especially with ESPN getting on board, Turner getting on board. That E-League is going to be fantastic. That was just a terrible shot by me. And I think that that's really going to be pretty interesting. Something that again, I'm not constricted by anything. I can just talk about whatever I want. If I want to spend the whole night talking about how I think that something's stupid, I can. I can do whatever I want and hopefully keep it funny and interesting to where you guys find it funny and interesting and you want to watch. So with that being said, I decided that I was just going to go for it. It wasn't a huge investment. I spent a couple $100 on this setup here, and I want to eventually get it to be where you guys can download the audio. I hate getting shot from two sides when you're in deathmatch. You can download the audio, listen to it in your car, or via YouTube. That'll be primarily where we put most of these videos. And so yeah, that is kind of the idea. Hopefully it's fun and interesting and you guys respond well to it. I have no idea if this is something that even has a niche. I didn't do any research. I don't really care. If 4 or 5 people find it interesting and it only takes, you know, half an hour of my time, I'll probably keep doing it. Like I was saying before, it's just the freedom to be able to do it whenever I want, stop whenever I want, that appeals to me, and I'm hoping that we'll get some really good content, some really interesting things. I'm working on trying to get some, you know, more professional types that might be interested in coming on. I'd love to get some interviews with some of these guys, so if you know anybody, let me know. You know, getting a hold of people on Twitter is hard when you don't have any content yet, so far so not good. Kind of been ignored, but I figure that, you know, as long as I have people watching and people interested in what's going on here, I'll be able to, those things will come. The content will come after. And again, it'll just be me kind of chatting by myself, trying to just figure it all out, and we'll kind of work on it together. But I'm pretty excited about this. I don't really know how it's going to all work out. I do know that I have quite a few topics that I want to talk about so far. The number one being, like, is Liquid going to be any good with Simple? And if they are going to be good, how good are they going to be? Will they be able to dethrone LG? I'm not certain, but we will definitely delve into that a little bit and try to figure out if that's something that is possible. How good will Cloud9 be? I don't know. Is Stewie2K a good player? Is he a good fit? Is he going to be a good fit? And we'll kind of go along as these teams play. We get new content, we get new updates, we get new tournaments going on, we get new tournament winners. We'll go through and work on, you know, we'll find out. We'll delve into these things a little bit. And yeah, so that is basically everything I wanted to say. A little reiteration is never a bad thing. Thank you for watching. I don't know when the first clip is going to be out, but I'll probably start working on it in the next week or so. Right now I'm full-time school, full-time work, so still doing that grind. And so when I find some free time, I will definitely be putting some time in. Please, if you watch this video, like, let me know on Twitter. I don't know what's going on there. Let me know on Twitter. And you know, any advice you have, I'd love to hear literally any comments, even if they're bad. Hey, fourmatic, you suck. Okay. Just as that comment is 100% fine, just as long as you tell me why. If it's constructive, hey, fourmatic, you suck because this, this, and this, awesome. Then I can work on that and figure out what that means. If it's just a, hey, man, you suck, fuck you, I don't really care, and I probably won't respond. But I'm going to take a lot of your advice to heart, and we're going to work on this and see what happens. I think there's a lot of stuff we can talk about, and I'm just hoping that I'm entertaining enough and bring it, like I said, a different perspective to the whole scene. You know, you can only watch the same casters and pros talk about a certain subject and tell you, you know, they're not, they only see things one way. At least I feel. They have one perspective. They're hard on their perspectives. Me being from NA too, I will be more NA revolving kind of deal. We'll definitely talk about some European, obviously some European games, but any of the individual like team talk, unless it's a giant move, you know, NIP disbands or something like that, we'll probably steer clear of that. Mostly focus on NA, but that's what I say now. Who knows what will happen in the future. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at fourmatic TV. You can follow me on Twitch. I'll put that down there too. I don't stream much, but who knows if this isn't going to be a streaming thing in the future. I think I would be foolish not to stream at least one or two of the talks at some point. I didn't do too bad with not really paying attention. 60 and 65. It's not too bad. So, yes, thank you guys again. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to this channel is most important. I will link it out on Twitter, so if you want to follow my Facebook, I don't think I pay much attention to, but you can go on there too. We'll get an overlay eventually. We'll get that going to where, you know, everything looks professional, and we'll have a name for it too. Right now, I'm just kind of thinking the fans' perspective of CS:GO or something around that effect. But all that stuff will come. Right now, I want to make just content and have you guys enjoy it. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you soon for the next video. Be sure to get a hold of me on Twitter if you have any questions or want to talk about anything. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. I'm pretty much always there. So you guys have a good one, and we'll see you soon.